now, we're going to have a quick conversation about something that's very important to us here in Ghana before we, wrap things up today. Now, the price of ingredients that, go into the art of making bread, the art of making all kinds of pastries and, the flour-based foods, all the different elements, ingredients are going up in price. Now, that's a problem. There's a problem because we are very heavy in Ghana on baked foods. So bread, cakes, pastries, all of those things. Now, Elaine.
Yes, sir.
You are in this space, and I don't know what you make of what's happening now. I heard someone talking about the fact that about 3 or 4 years ago, we were looking at the price of flour being about 170, and now going to about 600. That's scary.
And sugar used to be, if you're just buying the normal olonka, you're buying it at, that was around 12 cedis. Now we are buying it, some are almost 150,
Goodness.
250. If you're buying the sack is around 380,
Goodness. 400.
That is if the local person you're always buying from has that friendliness with you. You've been buying from the person, so there's a reliability somewhere. Then you could be buying it at that price. But what if he or she has run short of all the ingredients that you may need? You have to go to a new person and purchase from that person. You know that you are going to be buying it at 500, 600 Ghana Citi. Now, the margarine that we use, it will depend on the type of brand that you are using. I can't mention brand names.
Yeah.
It will depend on the type of brand that you are using. The ranges are from maybe 250 and above. Now, the lowest one you can get is around 180. That means you're not even going for quality. That means you're not even going for quality. And you have to get quality for the people you are serving.
At the end of the day,
at the end of the day, it's quality. That is why they're coming to you. They can trust you. That after eating your bread or your buffalo, they don't get sick.
Yeah.
So they'll definitely be coming to you. Now, imagine after baking, I am taking it to you, point A. And then you, point A, you're taking it to point B. So if you're coming to me, that is the factory, and I'm now selling it at 3 Ghana Citi.
Yeah.
Now, how much are you coming for? Like that's
how
3,
much can you add
5, or 4, and then you'll be selling it at 5 or 7 Ghana Citi.
Yeah.
Now, if you are buying 10 pieces from me, you will not buy 10 pieces.
Yeah.
Now you'll be buying like 5 pieces.
Yeah. So then it's
now the entire chain. There's been a break in
it's affecting it. Yeah. Well, let's take a look at this quick report, and when we're back, we'll chat about it a bit more.
In 2017, when Nicholas Numovi, owner of Living Bakery, relocated his business adjacent the DVLA Achimota office to continue his bread baking business, a 50-kilogram bag of flour was selling at 170 Ghana cedis. But the price of flour has since more than tripled and is now selling at 660 Ghana cedis. However, that is not the only critical item in the bread baking business which has experienced hikes. Sugar and margarine have also had their fair share of the hikes. Nicholas Numovi says the resulting increased cost of operation has led to hikes in bread prices, while his customer base has also reduced.
The sugar is 720. It is 3 or 4 years ago, 3 plus. I mean, Kairi, actual price is about 720. Margin 420. Flour is 660. First, now 170. That was 2016, 170. As I say, 660. Mom will edge ecoton, and your mom will talk a good dinner. Be swati. If you are the other talk, I could dinner. If you're a woman, we could me about 1 and 2. At first, maybe I'm not bad daily. As I see, the other I have a jiwaha, I could ton. On no Babaton, need the swati because the honey coins on the Babato, and on what is it's a man, the Amia or honey there. First, not the worker medical supply. As I said, we wait to the kind of putin and turn us and the Tamas is my packet car. So, more than minimum, you see, and said, meet me and will be Bimusu.
The situation is no different from individuals involved in the business of donuts, popularly known as bofrot. Formerly selling at 2 Ghana cedis, sellers have been forced to increase the price of bofrot to 3 Ghana cedis, but they say that is not enough. They are considering further hikes due to the cost of vegetable oil, flour, and other essential ingredients for making the product.
4.5. Some sika ati anwa sika no okofe some ba ku bia wo se unya be 12 million wo be wie ni sika na do 12 million this was not purpose ya kan wa kwa kofa anwa ne ni esam ne po 12 million sugar amount cost ra ya betu ya chi ya betu e betu ya nsa so 3 sim na be ketwa e be 2 cedi ni etimi ati 5 cedi.
For consumers, they are making adjustment to the quantities they purchase.
To first no nkola be mensa beto mo bia ba ko 3 cedi me ko sisi ya meto mentumi ko anto scan ko abi nka enka ko na watumi aka se wo to ade ama o mano.
You have it. I mean, it's a bit of a difficult situation we find ourselves in. And for me, the question that comes to mind is, who's in charge of this space? Who's the decision maker, or who are the decision makers that can do something about impacting this space? Because we eat a lot of bread in Ghana. We eat a lot of bread in Ghana. Every morning, there's bofrot. Every morning, there's tea bread. Trust me, we eat a lot of bread in Ghana. Well, we have been joined on the line by the head of operations of Bread Boutique Limited, Joshua Jemfi. Mr. Jemfi, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome to Breakfast Daily. Now, just quickly, let us know, what has business been like as the price of all your ingredients seem to be going up?
Okay. Yeah, blessed good morning to all our cherished listeners, and especially our proud Bread Boutique customers. In fact, for the past 1 year now, business has not been easy with us because the prices of our raw materials have not been stable. And then it's making business decision quite difficult these days, because frequently adjusting prices due to the continuous rise in raw materials is making business quite difficult for us. For instance, within these few months, the prices of flour, which is the major raw material for bread production, has not been consistent. As we speak today, the cheapest flour you can get on the market is between 650 and 700 Ghana cedis.
Okay.
And to buy flour, 650, 700, before other ingredient, which is margarine.
Yeah.
The major one we buy, which is cooked brown, with about 730 Ghana cedis. Not to talk about sugar. You know, by the time you finish doing your cost analysis, the cost of bread, it's above 20 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
The ordinary Ghanaian, how many people can afford 20 cedis bread?
Yeah.
I quite remember those days when you even have 1 Ghana cedis, you can buy bread.
Oh, yeah.
But these days, you can't, even 2 cedis cannot buy bread. So it's been a very big challenge in the industry.
How are you coping? How are you coping as a business?
Well, we are only trying to adjust to the situation. We are not really being comfortable. And it's eroding away the little margin we are also making as a company. Not forgetting about the huge taxes we are paying as well.
Wow.
Yes.
Joshua, what do you think has caused the inconsistency in the pricing, especially of the flour?
Well, from the various reports of this issue of Russia-Ukraine war, meaning the major supplier of wheat is from Ukraine, as the government keeps telling us. But I if you ask me, I'll bet to differ, because if prices on the taxes on these raw materials are huge, eventually the importer will also increase the price.
Yeah.
When you go to other jurisdictions, governments have subsidized some of these raw materials so that the ordinary citizens can afford.
Yeah.
But in this, our country, it's not so. And it's making business so difficult. You know, there is nobody in this country that says, I don't take breakfast. Almost everybody takes bread.
Yeah.
But these days, people cannot even afford it to buy bread. Ordinary bread, we can't afford it.
Yeah.
So, Sonny,
Because the cost of raw materials are so
too
huge.
high.
Yeah.
Sonny, do you think the best thing we can do as bakers, as food producers, is that we may try to bring down the size that will match the price, or we may just have to maintain and suffer?
Already, customers are even complaining about the sizes. Reducing the sizes of the bread wouldn't change anything at all.
Right.
Because if you can eat about 10 grams to be able to get satisfied, I reduce the 10 grams to 5 grams and charge you the same price. What economic sense does that make?
At all.
Yeah.
Now, secondly, if I'm compelled to reduce the size, it means that I must reduce the quality of the bread so that I can charge a lower price.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And when I reduce the quality of the major ingredient that makes the bread nutritious, it means that I am not giving the public the right proportion of ingredient they need in the bread.
Well,
eventually, it will make no sense at all to do it.
Yeah.
And we are much more concerned about the health of our
the
consumers.
customers, yes.
So
Mr. Jeffrey,
it's better we do the right thing.
yeah.
better we do
Mr.
the
Jeffrey, thank you so much for speaking to us this morning. Really appreciate your time. And we've been speaking with Mr. Joshua Sonny Jamfi. He's the head of operations with Bread Boutique Limited.